I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team fam? It's your girl, DYANAROZAY. I'm here to bring you guys the latest on Martell Holt. Y'all, he was windmilling yesterday in the comment section regarding a new restraining order that was reportedly placed by his ex-wife. I'm going to give you guys all the tea, including what Melody has said about restraining orders. Okay, so stick around for everything. You do not want to miss it. Hit the like button, share the video. Welcome, all of my new Supreme Team fam. I see you guys. Make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss a thing. And also, if you're not a subscriber, but come on. So let's get to it. So you guys, despite Martell windmilling in the comments, he is never going to beat the allegations, okay? This is a mugshot from a few years ago when he was arrested for third-degree harassing communications, DV harassing communications, right? He had basically turned himself in, child. It was all over the news, both the local news over there in the Huntsville area. This is where this article is coming from, that said the man was booked on a Tuesday at 4:02 p.m. and later released around 7:01. Anyway, this all came out, I believe, in 2024, January 2024, on January 9th. Maybe January 9th. Anyway, all of this came out. Marceau Scott, his castmate, also made a comment. Y'all can pause to read it if you want to. And then Martell's publicist, Jonelle Witt, had also come out and made a statement saying that it was all just a big misunderstanding. It was all surrounding a text message that was sent back in 2022, and how it was all going to be swept under the rug. Everybody's going to see that this isn't as big of a deal as people thought. And long story short, Martell ended up pleading guilty to that harassment. Okay, now that's important. That's important because I'm going to show something to y'all in a second, but let me show you guys why he was windmilling last night first. Let me show you that first. Okay, so recently news has been reported out again on YouTube pages and, other social media platforms that Martell is still out here, harassing, contacting, doing things he's not supposed to do with Melody Cherie, his ex-wife. And there was a fan page that I do not follow. Y'all can see at the top. I did not click the follow button. It just happened to scroll up on my feed and I read it. And Martell read it too, okay? But it said that Melody Holt revealed that she is still being harassed by her ex-husband Martell despite their separation. And then it goes on to say that she had to place a temporary restraining order against him, okay? So that was put up there and a lot of people responded to it. People were beating the heck out of Martell, all about the head and shoulders. Leave that woman alone. What the, you know what I'm saying? What is this still going on? And Martell, like I said, saw it and he responded to it. Now, I caught it when it was about 18 hours ago. And Martell said, wow, this is a lie. I moved all conversations to our family wizard a while ago. There's no restraining order. So no issues, no court. So hopefully all lies will end now. And he wrote that in all caps, okay? But if you guys are familiar with the family wizard, I do believe Drew Sidora on Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's the first time I heard about it, but she talked about it over there. She said all conversation between her and Ralph had to be had through the app. That way, if anything, crazy goes down, the judge would see it. It is court documentation. And Martell is saying he moved all of the conversation to the family wizard. It was probably court appointed, and that probably went down in the custody hearing that the two of them had, right? So anyway, I'm showing you that. That's not all. Hold on, hold on. Somebody else said, this is old. She'd been had a restraining order against him. And Martell said, I never had a restraining order against me. Never. Okay. Well, some people may have misunderstood the restraining order versus the no contact order, because Melody Cherie herself said that there was no restraining order, you guys. I'm going to show you guys a post. Hold on one second. Okay, first I'm going to show you this. Some of y'all may remember this scene when she went to the Fletcher's vow renewal, and that entire season, her last season, I believe it was season 9, she never filmed with Martell until that very scene, the wedding scene, right? And she had come in with that gold dress, child. She knew she was a knockout. She was smiling and stuff at everybody like, baby, eat your damn heart out. And then we saw Martell staring down at her like, God damn. You know, you can just see it in his face. Well, yes, after this scene was done and Melody had filmed on the reunion stage, she was on the reunion stage with Martell. But when that happened, people were like, fit to be tied. Like, girl, you had a restraining order. Why are you on stage with him? Why would Carlos do this? Blah, 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 blah. And Melody had come out and did a live, and she said, there was never a restraining order. That was not true. That was not true. So she did say that. She had said it a few times, including back in September of 2025 when she was talking about her experience at the court when Martell's charges were dropped from a DV, third degree harassing communications charge, to something more simple, more plain. And Melody said that she helped those charges be removed. But she did say that there was no restraining order in the past, because she attempted to go down and get a restraining order the day of the trial, the day that that court case happened. It wasn't a trial. He just pled guilty to a simpler charge, and then he ended up walking out. And him and Melody and Ariane, and I believe Melody's security guard, they were all in the elevator together. Y'all remember that. So if there was a restraining order placed, Martell would not have been able to get on that elevator with them, or they shouldn't have got on the elevator with Martell. However, it worked, child. They weren't supposed to do it. But Melody ended up going back down to the magistrate that afternoon, or whenever it happened. She was outside and she said, baby, he made some comment like, oh, that's your boyfriend. I see you with your boyfriend. And I don't remember the exact words, but Melody ended up going back to the magistrate, and the magistrate said that he watched the video. That's not a threat. And he said no. So just an FYI, she did say that. That came out of Melody's mouth. But where a lot of us got it confused, I think everybody got it confused, is when y'all read this article, because it was in court documents that there was a no contact order, which is very similar to a restraining order, except the no contact order is placed by the court. And basically it says, you know, they think that there could be an issue here. But I'm assuming because Melody and Martell were working on the same show, there might have been some rules that they could, you know, make decisions about. And Melody basically made the decision to film that scene. But that is where people are confusing no contact order with restraining order. And this is important too. This is important too, because this is why I wanted y'all to remember it. Temporary order. If there is a temporary order in place, it can be done without having a trial. It's an emergency order that the judge says, we're going to just move forward, give this person this temporary order. But if Melody wants to make a temporary order permanent, or if anyone that's filed a temporary order wants to make it permanent, they have to have a hearing. They have to stand before a judge, and the person they're accusing of whatever also gets the opportunity to say, I did not do that, and give the judge whatever proof they think is going to get them out of trouble, because a restraining order is serious business. It can be placed on for 6 months, a year, a lifetime. And so if that happened, that would have went to court. And y'all know how people are on these YouTube streets about pulling those damn court documents. We never saw a court document ever regarding Melody and Martell having a restraining order hearing. Anyway, since he is admitting that he is now pushing all communication or conversations through the family wizard, if anything out of pocket happens, he would be in contempt of court. And that could also, be a problem for him. So this is what he's saying. He's saying that he's self-regulating, child. I don't know if anybody believes it or not, but he's saying, listen, I'm self-regulating. I made the decision. I moved all of the conversations to our family wizard. And y'all can talk to me in the comments and let me know what y'all think. But Melody, if anything is going crazy over there, Melody needs to take action, because he's not following the court orders as of right now. That would put him in contempt. Okay. Do y'all think LeBaric, y'all think LB would tolerate this? Y'all talk to me in the comments, okay? Talk to me in the comments and let me know what y'all think about all of it. Hit the like button, share the video, follow me on all of my platforms at DYANAROZAY. Thank you to all of my newbies. I see y'all and I appreciate you. Become a subscriber if you are not already. And like I said, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Until the next time, bye-bye.